Hello everyone, my name is Benna. Today I'll be showing you how to make a scarf but in a patchwork design, and I'm using two contrasting shades. You need two contrasting shades of colors. You can have a dark color and a light color on hand. So this is navy blue and this is sky blue, and you also need to use a 4.5 millimeter hook, 4.5 over there, a darning needle to weave in the ends, scissors, plus a tape measure, which I have not brought here with me, but yes. So let me put this away and we get started. Okay, to start off, I'm going to start with the lighter shade. It's not a must honestly to start with this, but depending on what you really want to do, you can start with the darker or anything really. It's up to you. So by the way, this is seagull yarn, and I'm doubling the strand because I want something a bit thicker. But you can also go ahead, maybe try chunky yarn, but for mine I don't want it to be super heavy. So I'm just doubling this with by using 2 strands of yarn. So you first of all you make a slip knot. I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about that. So a slip knot is done this way. This is how I do mine. Comes with practice if you're a beginner, but that's how I usually do it. So I'm going to start by making a foundation chain that's equivalent to 5 inches, because this patchwork scarf is going to be more like square designs put together. So my squares are going to be 5 inches by 5 inches. So I'm going to chain chains that are going to go to 5 inches. So these are a total of 30, and I kind of feel it might be even more than what I wanted. That's giving me about 6.5, and yet I wanted 5. So I'll just go ahead and lessen the number of chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I take away 5 of those, I'll be left with 25 chains. And when I measure this, don't stretch it while measuring it. So for my case, total of 25 chains gave me 5 inches. So that is what I was able to go with, as I wanted 5 inches in length. Okay, so after we've done that, after you've got a new foundation chain, it should look something like that. You're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and go into the 3rd chain with a half double crochet, which is yarn over, insert the hook, pull, and you have 3 loops on the hook, then yarn over and pull through all. That's the first half double crochet. So since I had 25 stitches in the beginning, as you go, you will notice that the number of stitches you have in the end should be 2 inches less than that 25. So meaning, since I had 25 and I've skipped 2, I'll be having 23 stitches. So I'll continue to the next stitch with a half double crochet, yarn over, insert, pull, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all, yarn over, insert, pull, yarn over, insert, pull, yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops, pull through all. So you can go ahead and finish up this step till the end, and you can confirm by counting the stitches to see if they are 2 inches, not 2 inches, sorry, 2 less than your original foundation. Like you should have 2 stitches less, sorry, not inches. This is how the half double crochet looks. Okay, so when that is done, I confirmed that I had two less than my original stitches. So mine is 23 right now. My stitch count is 23 since I had 25 at the start. So now we are going to go to the second row. So we're going to chain up 1 and then turn our work. And this chain 1, we're not going to consider it as a stitch, meaning if I don't consider it as a stitch, I'll go into the first stitch I'm looking at. I'll not skip over it and go to the next one. I'll start right from this one by making a half double crochet into it like that, and then I'll still continue with the same pattern of half double crochets into every stitch. So our stitch count should now continue to stay the same as we go. You can always confirm when you're done by counting. So as you keep going, you'll still be having 23 stitches for my case, but depending on what you had, you can always confirm that when you reach the end. So this is our last stitch, and I'll go on top of the half double crochet like that. So that's how we are going to keep working. This is row 2, but we're going to repeat this second row for a measurement of 5 inches in width. Okay, so if initially I had worked 5 inches in length, but now I'm trying to work the width of this first part in this color. So I'll continue working this second row until it measures 5 inches, depending on the dimensions you want for your scarf. But I said at the beginning that I'm marking a 5 by 5 square because it's going to be a squared patched scarf. So I'll keep on working this row. As I've done row 2, do row 3 the same, row 4 the same, till you reach a width of 5 inches and of your desired width. When you're done with that, I think I'll be back then to show you how to change the color to the next shade, and then we continue from there. Just to show you, row 3, chain 1, turn, work from the very first stitch, a half double crochet, a half double crochet into the next, so continue this way even for row 4 until you get the width of the scarf, and I'll meet you back after that point. Okay, so this was me after I worked a couple of rows of the half double crochet. And right now the width measures 5 inches, as you can see. So I can now go ahead and change the color, but before I do that, I wanted to let you know that the number of rows you worked in this color should be the exact number of rows you're going to work for the next color to maintain the dimensions of the scarf width. So you make sure you count these rows and make sure they're the exact number of rows you're going to work in the next color. So right now we are in the process of going to change to the next color, but I honestly did
okay, so for this part we are going to change the new color, but this patchwork scarf is not going to be worked while joining the squares, but
so when you
we are going to join them as we change the colors, as you see me do here. So yarn over, insert your hook and make a normal half double crochet, but then you will not complete it. You will go ahead and grab the new shade as you see me doing it. Leave the 3 loops hanging as they appear right now and grab the new shade.
I'm just going to pull onto the next shade. So for mine, I'm connecting the navy blue. Still use the same, preferably use the same brand,
just like that, and then yarn over with that shade. Don't yarn over, but rather just pull it as you've held it on your finger like that. Just pull it through, and that looks like we are finishing our normal half double crochet but with the new color. And then you will go ahead and pull through with the new color and fasten, chain a 1 and fasten, and then you pull onto the old shade to fasten it, not too tightly but just enough to have it firmly in place. And then we can now continue working with our new color as you see me do here in this clip.
And then you can go ahead and chop
yes, and also go ahead and trim off the old shade because we shall not be needing it anymore. We shall come back later to weave in all the ends
like that.
Yes, and then we can now go ahead and continue with our scarf as normal.
Ideally, of course, there are still ends to weave in, but I thought this would be the neater way to change it up. So this, since we've already chained a 1 here, all I have to do is to turn my work. So since I already chained a 1, I don't have to chain another 1 again. So what I'll do, I'll just simply continue from where I ended and continue to make a half double crochet like that, and half double crochet all the way in my new color. So it's basically going to continue the same pattern. There is nothing that has changed except that we have just changed the shade. And if you also a beginner, this is a very good way to know how to change your colors as you're working your projects. It's a good way to show you how that is done. Like say if you have a project and you're working multiple colors in a row, that's how you will change up your, switch up your shades like that. So I'm still going to continue in the same way. So the number of rows I worked in light blue, in whatever color you worked, still work the same number of rows for this next color, and then we'll be back to see how that looks like.
So after working a couple of rows, this is what the dimensions are looking like. I worked, so this was originally 14 rows in the light blue, followed by 14 rows in the navy blue, and then also another 14 rows in the light blue. So I think you understood how I changed the color to get to this. It's the same way I transitioned back to the light blue. So this is what you will keep on doing till you get the desired length of the scarf. And then this is still the same scarf I worked but in a different color scheme. Here I worked with maroon and
off-white, still the same, following the same pattern and all that. So you keep on working that in your desired color scheme. This was my original scarf. Here I was just giving you a demonstration, but yeah, keep on doing that. And when you're done, make sure you use the darning needle to weave in these ends, or you can knot them tightly, maybe 2 times or 3 times. You knot them double knot or triple, whichever will make you feel more confident. You can either knot that like this and then cut, or you can use the darning needle and weave them in effectively, but make sure the light blue goes in the light blue and the navy blue goes in the navy blue. Don't weave in light blue into navy blue. Yeah, so that's basically it. I think I'll be back to show you how the eventual scarf came out. Maybe also just another tip, you can also go ahead and design the scarf in any way. You can give it an edging. Maybe you can do some scallops of navy blue at the edge of the light blue, or you can go ahead and put in some floral designs around the darker shade, maybe of the light blue into this. But for me, I just wanted to maintain a basic patch scarf. Yeah, just basic, like with color schemes changing. So this was just absolute beginner friendly, and hope it will be of help. But I'll be back to eventually show you how my scarf looks.
So this is how my scarf turned out. It was a total of 12 boxes measuring 5 by 5, so it was 60 inches long. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe and hope to see you in another video. Tag me if you make this at the crochet companion _UG, and see you in another video. Bye for now.